that's our question for Jake. Jake, you looked more like yourself the other night. Did you feel a little more like yourself?
Yeah, it felt good to go out there and make some plays on the edge. It was definitely the best I felt since the New Mexico game. I'm still getting there, but I definitely felt more like myself.
You feel like the way you practiced during the week, or just when you guys game went on?
It was definitely as the game went on. This week in practice, we got after pretty hard, and I was a little bit sore on Thursday, but I really got a lot of treatment. Felt good at the game time, and with the adrenaline, I really felt well. Felt like I played well.
You're 50 guys. This is going to be your first chance to be on the field against the guys saying it's your race, your best time or something. That just seems weird. You're only going to get one shot to play.
Yeah, I guess they're the only SEC team that we haven't played. Is that right? Or that I haven't played? No, we played Kentucky, in a way.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, it's the last team we haven't played, which is kind of strange. It's a great opportunity for us. I still think they're a pretty good team. When you watch them on film, they're very talented and they're dangerous. So we can't let them come in here and take it to us.
They still look like they're playing hard, even though they're strong.
Oh, they're definitely playing hard. They've got some really good athletes. A big athletic offensive line. We've got a great challenge ahead of us, and we've got to really attack this week in practice.
What kind of emotions do you think you'll have
I don't think it'll be any different. I'm not really the nostalgic type. I try to stay focused and just look, one day ahead, or just one day at a time. I guess I'll reminisce back on that after the season, but for now, we're just worried about Tennessee and just get the next win.
Jake, talk a little bit about the game plan, because it seemed like last week you guys blitzed a whole lot more than what we're used to seeing. Do you have any idea what percentages y'all blitzed, or anything y'all talk about that?
I'm not really sure about the exact percentages, but it was a lot. We weren't really performing well on defense, and just like any other coach would, I guess Coach Robinson was just trying to figure out what was going to work. And this weekend, we had another very aggressive game plan. We were able to get some pressure on this weekend. With just 3, 4, and 5 guys, and I think that was the difference in the game.
Tennessee's playing their freshman quarterback now. I guess Grace still on that. What's your take on Florida? Maybe after the freshman.
Well, he's obviously very talented. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year down there in Tennessee. And, we're still not sure if Bray's going to be back. So I guess we're going to prepare for all three of them. He, Bray, and Sims. I think either of those guys can hurt you. And if we don't play to our potential, then we're going to have our work cut out for us. So we've got to really attack this week in practice and just really work on stopping the run and get pressure on the QB.
Last year, as the wins kind of built in the second half of the season, there was this burst of momentum or whatnot. You kind of feel that right now? Is it kind of growing from week to week as you guys close in on what you're hoping for your goals?
Yeah, definitely. I think last year, the South Carolina game, we went on the road and had a great win there. Really was the turning point in our season, and we really finished strong after that. And, I think we feel the same way right now. Our confidence is really high. We feel like we've got a really strong team right now. And, those last few weeks are behind us, and we're looking ahead. We're feeling pretty good about ourselves.
So that said, how do you avoid? Can you really just focus on Tennessee? How do you avoid looking too far?
Well, like I just said, Tennessee is a very dangerous team. You can't take anyone lightly in this conference. They've got great players at skill positions, offensive line. I think they're very dangerous. So, in no way are we going to look ahead. We're very focused on Tennessee right now.
Jake, since Coach Trino's been here, you guys kind of take care of business in the game you're supposed to. What does that say about the team and the program and coach?
I think it just says that we stay true to our preparation, no matter who we're playing. We do the same thing week in, week out. We take every opponent very, very seriously. I think that all of us on defense, especially, feel like if we don't play to our strengths, this team, whoever it is, can beat us. And so we feel that pressure, and I think it keeps us on our toes.
How much does it mean just to go in the locker room?
It felt better than the alternative. Those last few weeks, a lot of them, it hadn't been a good feeling in the halftime locker room. But this week, we felt like we had a chance to really bury them there at the end of the second quarter, and we didn't quite get it done. But you know, it was disappointing to allow that touchdown right off the bat on their first possession of the second half. But you know, we settled down, settled in, finished really strong, and you know, gave our offense some chances to put the ball in the end zone.
How disappointed were some of those penalties that led to that touchdown? How do you guys score?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of that's on me. I mean, I just had a really stupid roughing the passer penalty. They really killed us there. I took them from 1st and 15 or 2nd and 15 to a 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. So that was on me right there. But you know, we had way too many offsides penalties and just dumb mistakes. But you know, I think the thing, you look at those penalties, they're all aggressive. You know, it wasn't you know, reactionary or passive penalties. They were all very aggressive. I think that kind of showed that we were going to take the fight to them. You know, I guess you'll live with that.
What has your senior class meant to this era of respect?
I mean, I think it speaks for itself. I mean, like Coach was just saying, I mean, that first year that he came in, I was a redshirt freshman. You know, it wasn't all smiles around here. I mean, we had a tough go of it at first, but you know, at the end of that season, and you know, 2009 was another building year, and then you know, last year we really turned the corner and got to that BCS game. And you know, now I think we were kind of building a reputation as a really solid team nationally, and a team that belongs in the top 10, top 15, week in and week out. And you know, I think that you know, not that we've arrived, you know, we're always striving for more. But I think this class, these guys that I'm about to graduate with, you know, we've really turned it around.
What was it like having the Colton Miles coach?
It was awesome. You know, I love Colton, having him on defense. You know, it was good to see him back at the number 90. You know, getting rid of that number 6, that skill position number. You know, he's back there on the D line. You know, working hard. You know, you can notice he's learned a lot from his time on offense. You know, he's really using his hands better. His pad level is much better. He's bigger. I mean, he's over 270 now, and you know, he's just a big body and a big presence out there for us.
Can you imagine as much as he does? What would that be?
No, that's incredible. It's just a testament to his attitude, his work ethic. That you know, he's taken everything these coaches have thrown at him, and he's done everything he's been asked to do, and done it with a smile on his face, and worked hard. And you know, he's the kind of kid that you can really build your program around. I mean, he's been just a guy who behind the scenes has been just a huge player for us.
You guys caught the spot in the BCS standings. Do y'all pay attention to that? And the fact that 2 teams in the Western Plug in the BCS standings, is that coming to play?
Well, we definitely noticed it. You know, we weren't particularly happy about it, but I mean, like I said 2 weeks ago, you know, it's just like that. It's just deja vu. I mean, we got to control the things we can control, and that's playing hard and winning on Saturdays. You know, I think that if we take care of our business, the BCS business will take care of itself. You know, that's the way we feel about it, and you know, that's what we're hoping for.
How familiar are you with the tiebreaker system and what happens if there's 3-1 loss to lose the last? Look at that.
I haven't. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't see how anyone could understand it. You know, the BCS is, you know, that's just a whole different category. And you know, as players, we just got to worry about, like I said, what we can control, and that's our effort, that's our intensity, that's how we perform on Saturdays. And you know, we've got some great opportunities on national TV to really showcase, you know, where we are as a team right now, and then hopefully that'll influence the voters and influence people who contribute to the BCS, whatever that is.
Did you watch the
Yeah, I caught the very end of it. I came upstairs in the Miller room, and just as LSU was kicking that field goal to win, so that was a pretty interesting moment. You know, I think I'm not really sure, but I think it helped us out. That's kind of the feeling that I got. But you know, that was a heck of a game. You know, any defensive player loves to see a game like that, just an old school slugfest, and you know, just a heck of a game.
couple more guys? Did you feel the earthquake going on?
I didn't. Someone told me about it. I didn't feel it. Did y'all feel it?
I heard in the press box are shaking.
It was shaking? Wow. I didn't feel it.
Jake, from my family, from the Harper family, I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, yeah, just anything I can do.
Got the player of the week this week.
I mean, that's great. You know, I think it's a testament to the rest of the defensive line. I mean, I didn't do that by myself.